I'm looking real defeated right now. New YouTuber, and I'm learning this literally from scratch by myself. This is take number like 98. Welcome back. If this is your first time coming, thank you for coming. If you've been here already and you have not already subscribed, please subscribe. Why not? You've been here. Just do it. What is it going to cost you, Anyway, disregard all of this, my little granny sweater. But I was sitting here. I needed to bid from my schedule for February. And I was like, why not give you a little insight? It's not going to be too detailed, just a quick little overview. So here we are. This is called rotation filtering. This is where we come when we want to see what rotations are available for us for the next month. So rotation is a trip, how it's packaged together. So we can get funky with it, essentially. Do anything we want or request anything we want. This is the date range we're bidding for. Language, we're going to put XX because I don't speak any other languages. If you spoke Spanish, or if I spoke Spanish or French or whatever, you would put that language code in there. I don't speak a language other than English. So weekday, I need my trips to start on Friday. Friday because I work another job and I only fly on the weekends. Okay. Next up, all this, you could put this in, just how many days you want. I want 3 days. I want 3-day trips. This is if you have special qualifications, like if you're qualified for charters and things of that nature. And this is whether it's domestic, international, etc., etc. The layover city is going to be where you are laying over. So if I wanted to look up trips that report on Friday and that are 3 days, and I wanted to, let's say, go Dallas, Fort Worth, I put that in before. So I don't have anything specifically that I need as far as any cities that I need to visit or want to visit. February, I really don't care. So I'm going to leave that blank. Now, my cold terminal, I'm going to use or put in LaGuardia because here in New York, we fly out of 2 bases. One is LaGuardia and the other one is JFK. I prefer LaGuardia because it's just a better option for me. So I always request LaGuardia. So the credit time, this is where you put how much you want the trip to be worth. Let's say I want to work 2 trips this month. I want them to be worth 20 hours each. So I'm going to leave that blank. I hope this is making sense. At this point, I'm sorry guys, my throat is getting hoarse. I need to go to sleep. So report time, this is something important for me. So when looking for trips, I always specify the report time because I cannot fly before 5 p.m. because again, my other job, I'm working 9 to 5. So I need to fly after 5 p.m. on Friday. So we're going to select 5 p.m. Boom. The end time doesn't matter to me. The release time doesn't matter to me. The layover length. So layover length is how much time you're going to spend at a layover. So let's say I put in Dallas, Fort Worth, and I wanted a minimum of, let's say 14 hours. Don't give me anything less than 14 hours. And that's a good spot for me. I don't need anything too long these days. So for the layover length, I'm going to leave that blank because I want to optimize the amount of options I get. Because my main thing that I need is Fridays after 5. So I'm not going to even bother with the layover time. I'm just going to leave that blank. Now, here we go. Legs per duty. This is kind of what I care about, Legs are the amount of flights you have on a given day. So let's say Friday, I don't want to work, well, not Friday or any day. I don't want to work anything more than 2 legs. The max, I'm going to put 3. Because again, I want to keep my option broad. I could put 2, I could put 1 and 1, but I'm not going to do that because I want to see all the options that they give me. But I am not working 4 legs unless it's like an hour flight or 40-minute flight, not even an hour, a 40-minute flight. Unless it's something from like LaGuardia to Boston, then sure, I'll do that if it's a 4 leg. But anything more, I'm not working 4 legs. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to request. We're going to do legs per duty, 2 to 3, Friday, 3 days out of LaGuardia. So let's see the options. Come on. Now, come on. Really? Why are they giving me, you know why? Okay. They trying to play me right now. These, so literally out of the specifics that I put in, the parameters rather, these are the only two trips that popped up. Like, really? But we're going to fix that. We're going to figure out why. So just so you know, this is the date the trip starts. This is the number of days that it is. This is the time it reports. This is how much it is worth. And this is the type of aircraft. Also here, this just shows you that it's a domestic trip. And then here are the layovers. So these two, this first one here, this is Spokane. It's only showing one layover city, even though it's a 3-day trip. And that typically will indicate that it's going to be a long layover time. So this is probably like a 30-hour layover. And whereas this one, it's 2. So this doesn't work for me. So we need to modify this a little bit. Okay, let's see what we did wrong or what wasn't right. You know what it is? It's this time. Now, because I can't, you know, it's probably not even a time. It's probably because things have been a bleep show lately. They probably have situations or a lot of trips probably have 4 legs, and that's probably what's happening. So we're just going to do show all. Oh, they are trying it. I'm trying to give you a little tutorial and show you what's up, and they are really trying it. Let's see. Modify. Make sure everything else up here is right. Yes. Friday, 3 days. Boom, boom, boom. LaGuardia. Boom, boom. Okay. Y'all want to try to play me with this time, right? So we're just going to move it up. We're going to say 3. Let's just say 3. Let's just say 3. Let's see what happens. 3 o'clock report. 2 legs minimum. Friday, 3 days only. Can we do... Yeah, 3 days. I mean, they really trying it. Let's try this. Let's see what happens. All right, a few more, but still not the best. I mean, it's clearly more than what we had, but just outright looking at the layover cities, I don't really need to go. I don't really want these. These are not appealing to me. Yeah, I don't really like any of these. Another thing we can do, modify, go back, is modify the co-terminal. Maybe that's what it is. So let's just do JFK, and then let's do 5 and see if that does anything. Maybe. What is going on? They are just acting up this month. What's going on? I'm confused. But let's say, you know what? None of these trips, none of them are working for me. I don't like none of them. But for the sake of getting to schedule value, so each month we have schedule value. So let's say February is worth 30 hours. It's not, that's a joke. Let's say the schedule value for February is 30 hours for the month. Every flight attendant has to be assigned 30 hours for the month. Not every, because senior people don't have to meet those requirements, but being junior, you do. So my thing is, let's say, you know what? Because I don't care about the rotation so much for February, it's what it is. Whatever I get is what I get. As long as I get my Friday after 5, they can give me anything, right? They can give me this. As long as I make 30 hours for that month, I'm fine. As long as my schedule is filled up, it's fine. Once schedules are released, I can then go in and swap and move and drop. So I don't want to bid for this one, you know, whatever. So, okay, now we're going to go over to the other system. So let's say that this trip, all right, on February 4th, 3462. Let's say, you know what, I want that. I want to bid for it. Look up the rotation number, 3462. Then we come over to this system, all of my standing requests. So every single month, all of this that's in here, every month it just rolls over. So these are my standing requests. This does not change. So the rotation filtering is great because you can see what trips they have available for the month of February, and you can request those specific trips to work. But let's say I don't like any of the trips and none of them, I don't care. I'm okay. I don't need to request a specific trip as long as everything in here is right. So this is basically telling the system everything I've already requested as far as my wants. Like, I want to work Fridays, 3-day trips after 5, and whatever they have in the system is going to assign me, whether it's JFK, 14 legs a day. That's very, very like exaggerated. But whatever, as long as whatever it is, it will give it to me based off of these bids here. But rotation filtering allows you to see the trips to specify that actual trip. Like, I want this trip specifically. So what was it? 3462. I would click this little thing, rotation, and I would put in 3462. And then I would put the date that it fell on, which was February 4th. And then how many trips? I only want that one, but let's say I wanted 3, that same rotation. Let's say it's on another day. I can say 3, and then this I would just leave blank because I would put the date range from February 4th to the 25th, and 3 trips within that time frame, right? So let's say I didn't want this, then I would click avoid. And this is saying 3462, I don't want to work that. So please avoid it for me, and you hit save. So whatever you want to do, whether you want it, don't want it, you hit save. I'm not going to save this because I'm not bidding for this right now. I just thought it would be interesting for you to see. Maybe you had some questions or were wondering, how do you get your schedule? What do you do? How does it work? I just wanted to give you a little insight. Obviously, I can sit here for hours rambling and discussing and explaining, but that would be a lot. So let me know if you have any questions or, thoughts. Just share them. I hope this was helpful. I am going to go in and actually look through the trips because I can't do that while I'm trying to do this tutorial because I need some time. I need to really sit here and figure out what I need, what I want, what I don't want. And maybe I don't want anything. Maybe I don't want to ask for any specific trip, and just give me whatever you got on Fridays after 5. I'll take it. So yeah, so I hope this was helpful. Maybe a little bit. Yay. I hope it was helpful. Again. I just wanted to come on here just to show you because I was sitting here. I was like, I got to do it. So why not just record myself while doing it? Once I finalize my bid, once I figure it all out, whether I add a specific trip or rotation or not, I'll keep you posted. And once schedules are released, I will also update you then to let you know if I bid for something specifically or not. And if I did, if I actually got it. So yeah, so also, did I tell you this trick already? Like, as far as like trying to barter, let's say, a lot of people like Miami, right? I would bid for it and let's say I got it, right? So when schedules come out, because I know a lot of people like that layover, I can put it on the board and the chances of someone picking up are more likely, right? As opposed to, let's say I had Syracuse. Somebody wants to go to Syracuse. No shade to Syracuse, but right now nobody wants to go to Syracuse. It's freezing cold. If I had Miami, the likelihood of that being picked up or dropped or swapped is more likely. So I also need to think about schedules in that sense too. If there's nothing that I necessarily want, bid for something that other people may want. So when it's time to swap, people are more inclined to take those trips. Like Houston, people like Houston, we have a lot of commuters. So let's say I bid for a Houston trip, then I get it. Then when schedules come out, I can say, hey girl, hey guy, you want this Houston trip? You just take it and go have fun. And that gives me freedom. I'm off that weekend. Or if they say, you know what, I'm not going to take it just to take it, but you could swap me this trip or that trip or whatever. It's just a bartering tool. So that was a little tip. Again, hope this makes sense. I'm going to go because it's after midnight. It's 12:30 and I need to go to sleep. And this was just an impromptu ramble on how to bid for the month. I hope this made sense. I hope it was helpful or useful or just insightful. Disregard all of this. I'm a hot mess. I've been in the house all day. Yeah, I'm a little granny sweater. But anyway, I'm going to go. I will see you next time. Leave some comments. Talk to me.